As runners, we all challenge ourselves in ways we never thought possible, pushing the boundaries of what we're capable of to smash through targets and set ourselves new, bigger and better ones.
This awesome hobby that we share gives us one thing in common, and it brings us together as a community. Whether you're working towards completing your first parkrun or you're a veteran of the sport who's run 100 ultra marathons, we all know the feeling of reaching that maxed out effort and our own red line.
Welcome to our podcast, where your hosts Brett Elsmore and Andy Maguire discuss the struggles, the successes and everything in between on our running journeys, as we all work towards the next time we're running the red line. Hello and welcome to episode 95 of Running the Red Line. I am your host Brett, and I am joined as always by my co-host Andy. How are you this week, my mate?
I am all right, thank you very much. I am tired because I'm peaking in marathon training. And I'm sure you'll be looking forward to that when it comes around in a few weeks' time for you.
Yeah.
But
what week?
Just hungry all the. I'm hungry all the time, all the time.
What week are you in? So when is actual proper top of peak week?
I think I'm in about week 417 at the moment. That's what it feels like. But no, this is week 12 of 16, and I think actually, I don't know if I said this previously, but I think this might be. I'll just also say this alongside this statement. It won't be. But I think this will be the last time I do a YouTube series of a marathon block.
You've said that every marathon.
I know. It's just I make the first video and then blackmail myself into just doing it every week then. Because it's so annoyingly hard. And especially in those boring weeks between basically weeks 1 and 16, all of them.
Yeah.
And you think, what am I going to talk about this week? I've just ran a lot. End of week. Let's start a new week. It's basically what happens. So, it's nice that people watch. In fact, it's more than nice. It's really humbling that people watch your stuff that, even if you regard it to be a little bit dull, God knows what your audience is thinking, but it's just nice that your audience are along there with you. So yeah. But yeah, week 12 I'm in.
Yeah. So if you're on week 12 of 16, are you having a 3-week taper or a 2-week taper? So are you peaking next week or? Oh, okay. So you're peaking in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, 2 semanas. So
wow.
Oh,
okay.
Did I tell you I changed my Garmin lady again?
Oh, have you really? What to this time?
Española. She now speaks Spanish to me.
Excellent.
I'm going to clue. I'm just trying to learn cuatro segundos. I don't know why she speaks like Zorro. Cuatro segundos con 30. No, I've said it wrong. 4 minutos con 30 segundos. So that's what I hope to hear every kilometre, which is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm sure Mark with a th, is thrilled with that pronunciation. So
yeah.
But yeah, I'm just trying to learn a little bit of Spanish before Seville. So
nice.
For the last 3 or 4 weeks, I've had it's felt like that. It's probably been about 3 days. For the last few runs, I've had my Garmin lady speaking Spanish to me, which is quite funny, especially when we're at club nights.
Because they were in French, weren't they?
No, Australian.
Oh yeah, but you had it in French at one point as well, didn't you?
No, I've never gone for Francais. I've only gone for standard sort of cold delivered sort of RP Englishman, sort of Tom Hiddleston-esque. Then I moved to my Australian woman. Then I went to sort of Madge Mangle. And then now I'm at somewhere like the female version of Zorro. So now I'm on my Spanish.
Nice.
So you have to entertain yourself. That's what I'm learning. You have to keep yourself entertained. I was on my run today, towards the end of the run, and I was thinking to myself, what am I doing? I'm doing so much running lately. Is this even working? Like, what is the point? I'm always tired. I'm always hungry. I'm always running. This better bloody work. That's what I was thinking to myself. So I was just thinking, here I am, another country lane, another run. So, yeah, it's just, but I'm on course. I'm on course for my biggest ever week.
Nice.
Of volume. So that's exciting.
Yeah, I was listening to Dan Nash's podcast. The what is it? The
It's a long word, isn't it? That's a long title.
Physiology of Endurance Running podcast. That's it. And
Trips off the tongue.
Their latest episode was all about Zone 2 and what actually is Zone 2. And basically their summary was Zone 2 is pointless. The only reason it's there is because you can't do all of your volume at effort.
Yeah. Because if you could, you would. Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, you get more gains from doing the efforts and the actual sessions, but you can't do it all because your body would just break down. So therefore, to get more work in, you do like the easy running to build up the volume because it is doing something, but it's doing half the good of what the sessions do. So if you could do all sessions, you'd do all sessions, but you can't. So the only reason Zone 2 is there is to build up the volume and let your body recover between sessions.
Well, this could be a topic for debate because I know this won't be the first time we've touched on this, but all joking aside, I don't know how. Okay, right. With running easy or Zone 2, or we're 6 minutes in and we're actually talking about running. I can't believe it. Yeah. No, come on, forget this. Let's have a chat about aliens. I wonder what percentage of people actually run their runs easy. Because
this is the other thing that Dan Nash was saying. He said Zone 2, the term Zone 2, he said, makes him cringe. And he doesn't like the term Zone 2 because nobody actually knows what Zone 2 is. They know where the top of Zone 2 is, where it goes into, because the top of Zone 2 is your first lactate threshold. So it's LT1 is the top of Zone 2. So you know where the top is, but where is the bottom of Zone 2? And if it's just easy, then that's such a wide range of pace that what actually is a Zone 2 run. And it's just easy running. But is it like, because if you could say walking was Zone 2
up a hill, it is. Yeah, it is.
So
if you look going by heart rate, yeah. But like if you think about your approximate numbers, I don't know if yours are similar, but I'd say my Zone 2 is about, obviously I've never been lab tested, so I don't know. I've only done this off a 10K test. What is it? Your age minus 22 or whatever it is. No, what is it? What was it?
It's your it's 220 BPM minus your age is apparently your max heart rate, but that's so nonsensical because everybody's different. So two people of the same age could have a widely different max heart rate, so that doesn't work. That's just a generalization for somebody who doesn't actually run. For just your normal general person, that might work and give you a ballpark. But for runners, completely different. Like
Merv, who I train with a lot at Worcester, we were doing our reps in the week, and he was like, he's like, blooming hell, my heart rate's at 175. I was like, oh, okay, so you've still got a little bit further to go. He's like, no, my max heart rate's 178. So like,
yeah.
And then he keeled over and died. No, and then like, so he, like, mine is probably, again, this is dodgy Garmin data, but mine's
And
probably
heart,
about 193, 195 maybe.
and it's wrist heart rate as well that you're using as well, because you haven't got a heart rate
Yeah.
monitor, have you? And
No,
I
no.
never use a heart rate monitor, so it's all wrist based, which is never accurate. But
Yeah.
well, I was going to ask you about this actually, because like changing topic, we can go back to zone 2 again in a minute. But when you did your Parkrun PB just before Christmas, well, no, just after Christmas, just before New Year,
Yes.
your average heart rate was at about 140 something,
Zone
which is
2, mate.
which is zone 2. What was going on? And does that happen all the time with your watch, that your heart rate's really low? Because
This
if that's
is
your
why people
actual
tell me
heart
I'm
rate,
sandbagging myself.
yeah, if that's your actual heart rate, you should be running way faster.
Yeah, my PB should actually be 13 and a half minutes. I don't know, to be honest. In that period, I think it was just before Christmas and just after, when it's incredibly cold, my heart rate just goes really strange. Like it never climbs above 130.
Yeah.
And I'm like, come on, I know it's going like it should be 160, 170 here.
That's because of your skin temperature and wrist-based heart rate being so dodgy. Yeah.
I think that's probably it. But no, I that day was it us who had this chat, or I can't remember, but I heard a phrase recently that if you if on any given day on a race day you've only got 70%, but you gave 70%, then you gave 100%. You gave it all. And that's basically what I felt like on. No, what is it? If you gave 70%, but you gave 100% on the day, then that's all you can do. But I wasn't fully fit. Well, not fully fit. I wasn't fully fresh. And I think I probably on another day will go quicker. But I did give it everything. And I wasn't trying to be deliberately a little bit slow just for YouTube jeopardy. So there could be 1 second in it. But I really did give it everything. But I wish I did have an accurate heart rate read. But I just can't be bothered to wear the heart rate strap.
No, neither can
and
I.
to wear the chest strap.
And I don't want to be pinned down by that data. I just want to go off RPE, rate of perceived effort, and paces. I know what my paces should be, but I also know what my effort should be at those paces. And if it's feeling a little bit hard at those paces, you pull it back slightly and you run to an effort that should be where you want that pace to be, rather than worrying about heart rate all the time. I don't think I've ever run to heart rate ever. I mean, I've looked at it and gone, oh, my heart rate's this at this point, but I've never used it as an actual metric that I'm going to stick to.
Yeah.
Like, if I go out for an easy run and I'm going out for a zone 2 run, apparently the top of my zone 2, according to Coros, I think is about top of my zone 2 is, what is it? Where would I find them?
Have you got the Garmin, the Coros?
Yeah, but
extended data.
Where would I find them? Oh man. Well, they'll be in a session.
But with Garmin,
so
you get predetermined zones unless you manually change them. A lot of people could be in completely the wrong zone but never ever realize it.
Exactly. My apparently the top of my zone 2 is 149 BPM. So I go out for a like an easy run, and at some point I'll be going uphill and it will go up into the 150s.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I'll be going downhill and it will be down in the 120s, 130s. But it's usually generally all around the 140s. So it's definitely a zone 2. But the pace and the effort, like the pace will change, or it might stay quite steady. Because if I'm going uphill, I don't really change pace. That's why my heart rate goes up a bit.
Yeah.
But the effort sort of stays the same throughout. It's because they always say, don't they, a conversational pace. You should be able to speak full sentences. And pretty much throughout all my easy runs, I could have a chat with someone all the time. But like at some points on the flat, I'll be running, I don't know, 8:15s, at between 8 and 8:15. And then sometimes when I'm feeling good, I'll be running 7:30s all the way down to 7:15s in the 1:40s. And it feels like an easy pace.
But like, I'm probably, I was going to say, if not more stubborn than you, probably not as stubborn as you. You're probably the most stubborn person in the world. But if you're on an easy run with a group of people, you're not going to go, guys, can we just walk this hill, please? My heart rate is dangerously high to zone 3. Can we all just walk? Because I want to be able to continue this conversation. Yeah. Like, I have just found, I mean, again, I'm not a sports professional, so please don't take this as gospel. But over the years, easy hills have been probably for me the number one factor in improving. Because what I do is, like you just said, I try and maintain a pace up a hill, which elevates the heart rate and obviously makes the effort feel a bit harder. But when you get to the top of that hill, keep the same pace and then recover down it. And then carry on with your life.
Yeah.
You don't like, that's one thing I'm not the biggest fan of when it comes to zone 2 running, or you've got to stay at 135 or whatever, because that means round where I live and where we live, most people in the UK with hills, that means you're walking half of your run until you're fit enough to run those hills, which could be never. So that's not what I want to do. I don't want to train like that. I'm just too stubborn and probably like you, a little bit too impatient to.
Oh yeah, I ain't walking, man.
No, I'll walk when I have to. I'll walk when I can't run anymore. Like I don't want to walk because it's part of the.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I ain't walking. Come on, I'm out for a run. I'm out for a run, not a walk. Yeah. So I ain't walking. Yeah. I'll get up that hill. If my heart rate goes up a little bit, oh wow, never mind.
If it's a steep hill, then of course you might your hand is played for you. Like when we were up the Malverns, that those kind of hills. What are you shaking your head because no, I'm not walking those hills?
Yeah, I ain't walking.
I saw you walk that hill.
Yeah. That's because no. That was different. That wasn't.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's been exposed. A hill walker, he's been exposed.
That was different. That whole day was a completely different thing, weren't it? But
yeah, you were holding a cup of tea.
If I'm going out for a run, I ain't walking. No.
Yeah, no. Especially a road run. Like you just don't. I don't know. I just don't like. I don't like rules. I don't like parameters when I'm training. I think effort, really. Going back to the old school, I don't think... Well, of course, there's probably going to be better modern ways to train. But knowing yourself, know thyself, I think is a very famous saying. And I think there's nothing more apt than that for running. Because you just know yourself, don't you? And you don't have to slow down if you don't want to. And especially if you can run, then I would say do it, because next time you run that hill, you'll probably be able to run it a bit at a lower heart rate, or maybe even run it a bit quicker. Or
exactly.
Yeah.
You're building up resistance to that effort, and I mean, compared to where I was a couple of years ago. I now run the same routes, but at a way quicker pace, but it's still my easy run because I've built up more of an aerobic base. So I can run easier at a quicker pace. So,
having said that, one thing I do preach about is ignore the last 10 minutes of what I've just said, because I do... When I do run on the Malverns, I do walk a lot of them. And I do think it's important to be able to factor walks in to steep hills because
Can I just say though, trail running is very different to road running
yeah,
because trail terrain is very different to a steep hill on road.
yeah, they're normally a lot steeper on the trails, aren't they? Than you'd face on a.
And it's and sometimes when it's rocky and stuff, it's like steps. It's not like a hill. On a road, it's a really like smooth, just up to the top. Whereas a trail could be a really steep hill, but at some points it's flat, and then it's like a big, huge step, and then like it's completely different. So some bits you can't run up because of the way that it is.
Yeah, but I did a hilly run today, and there were times when I was thinking, "Am I going a bit too fast up this hill?" But I was thinking, "No, I think I'm fine. I'm totally fine." And then I'm thinking, "Am I running a bit too fast down this hill?" Well, no, because it's downhill, so don't worry about it. Like it's all about effort, isn't it, rather than pace.
Definitely.
And the thing is, if you've got a race, the chances are in the UK there's going to be hills or at least a hill to conquer. The more you run up hills, A, the better you'll get at them, and B, the harder you'll be able to run up them in races because they won't. Sometimes you take one look at it and you're defeated. That's what I used to do. I'm a little bit of that happens now in races now, but now I look at it as just like a challenge, and I'm like, yes, I'm gonna smash that hill. Like Hereford was a good example of that. That was quite a hilly race.
But it's like anything. You do more of something, you get better at it. That's the whole thing with everything in life. And having skills in anything is to be better at something, do more of it. So do more hills, you'll be better at hills.
Yeah, and you could. And the race I'm doing, I think I said this before in the podcast, is the flattest marathon in Europe. But I'm still training on the hills because I know how much benefit. Look at Leggett Lee with his HQ at Cofton Park. That's how he stays dangerous, isn't it? Because he runs so many relentless miles off the road on those hills, and I think that's where the battles are sometimes are won and lost. Because, like, I'm thinking ahead now to my Sunday long run. I'm kind of having this battle where do I go for a flat looped course where I know I can lock into paces and tick off paces, or do I go for a more of a technical long run and forget about pace and it's more about effort? So I'm kind of having that battle at the moment with myself about what to do. I think I'm going to go for the loops again, partly because I haven't been doing the marathon pace work in the long runs.
Yeah.
So I think I need to prioritise that. And it's a little bit of a simulator of race day because it's quite flat.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's naught wrong with your hilly long run being, when you look back at your splits and they're all over the place, which kind of mirrors the elevation. There's nothing wrong with that at all. And I think sometimes we all get a little bit obsessed with the perfect graph or the perfect splits, or, sometimes it's about letting go of that and running to effort and, running hard up the hills and hard down the hills sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. But yeah. Well, like you were saying, I don't like the whole rules of you have to do this and it has to be easy or anything like that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I don't think I could do. Well, I could be one of the trendy people at the moment with the whole big trend that's happening in the running world.
What's that, Brett?
Which is the Norwegian singles approach.
Which is
all run to heart rate, and there's very strict rules of you cannot go over this heart rate. You've got to stick to this heart rate. Your easy running has to be really easy, and you cannot go over this certain heart rate. All of your threshold sessions have to be under this heart rate, and you cannot go over this heart rate. And I'm like, I want a bit of fun in my life. I want to go and I want to go and have fun. I want to go and run and do what I want to do.
Yeah.
I ain't
I just want
sticking
to
to
enjoy
all
my
of that.
life.
Yeah, I don't want to be told off because I've gone 2 BPM over what my heart rate should be. No, if I want to go and run a bit faster, I'll go and run a bit faster.
I do admire the discipline that it takes to do the Norwegian stuff, because certain personalities will gravitate to that because there are rules and because there is structure and because there is routine, and certain individuals will not be interested so much in that because we don't have any respect for authority.
No.
Which is why we're both self-employed.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just I quite like the fact that I can decide whether I want to do a speed session, a tempo session, or a threshold session. I can choose what I want to do each week, and I can modify it depending on how I feel, rather than you must do this pace and you must do this week in, week out. I like the variety.
One thing I could get on board with about it, though, just to just be on both sides of the argument, is that you can almost, if you've got the discipline and the time, you could almost give 6 months of yourself or 12 months of yourself to that approach, which essentially is what it is, and then you can say, no, never again, don't want to do it anymore, because for whatever reason, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to train like that. But from what we've heard, if you can bring yourself to train like that, if you do want to do it, apparently the rewards are great, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah, 100%. It works, and it definitely works, because all of the people who have stuck to it for a long period of time have had really good results from it. So it obviously works, and the method that's been put into place has been thought through and thoroughly put together as a specific thing for increasing your endurance and your aerobic capacity. And I understand that completely. And people who can follow it will massively have the gains. But I just don't want to be bored. And I think if I was doing the same sessions week in, week out, and the same runs week in, week out, I would get very bored.
Yeah. Because you've also got to run on the same routes, really, to have consistent results. And I quite like to mix up my routes. Like, I don't have a Monday route. Well, I do actually, but I don't have, apart from Mondays, I don't have the same routes I do every week. But I guess to see consistency, you probably need to run the same route at the same time every week. If you're really, putting yourself in the lab, as it were, if you really want to see and be disciplined, you're better off doing it on a treadmill.
Yeah.
To it's an experiment at the end of the day, isn't it? Like, if you really want to try and see results to this kind of experiment, then yeah, maybe controlled conditions are the way forward. But yeah, I agree. I think it really suits somebody who maybe is not a club runner, or who doesn't train at clubs like Tuesdays and Thursdays, because I do that.
Yeah.
And I don't really want to go up to the coach and say, can we make it a bit slower tonight, the reps, please? And can we have 2 minutes recovery? And can we just do 6 lots of 3 minutes or whatever it is? Because that's the beauty, isn't it, of going to the club sessions, is that they tell you what to run.
They've prepped sessions for you, and they're sessions that they know work. Yeah.
Yeah, because they've been doing them for years. Yeah. And don't you think that the Norwegian stuff is just the same stuff that's just repackaged? Really?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. I mean, there's been similar training methods throughout the time that training methods have been about. So it's just rehashed stuff that's been done before, but it obviously works, and whoever's put it together, well, the guy, what's his actual name? I know him as Sir Pock, but what's his actual name? Who put it all together?
Is it called something Copeland, or is that someone
Yeah,
else?
James. Is it James Copeland?
Is he the one who was in the Police, the drummer in the Police? Oh, no, that's Stuart Copeland.
But he's done it, and his reasoning behind it is really good, and I really admire him for the way he's gone about it. But what you've got to remember is he was a very good cyclist before he even started doing the running, and he was at quite a high level of cycling. So he already had a very good aerobic base and everything before he started. But he designed it so it could work around his daily life, and somebody who was working a 9 to 5 could put in some really good training and find some really good progress and really good gains within a short amount of training each week, which I think is fantastic. And it works really well for people who need some structure to be able to work around for the rest of their life. Because when you're working a 9 to 5, when you've got kids and stuff like that, you obviously need to know when sessions are going to be and how long they're going to be and what you need to do to fit in around the rest of your chaotic life. But
yeah,
I mean, we've both got chaotic lives, but it's for a different reason, and it's our own making. So, but yeah, I quite like having the variety rather than that thing. But it obviously works, and he had some really good results from it. So he's like 5K and his 10K pace has really come down. He ran his first marathon at London last year and ran like a 2:30 something. So it's not like it doesn't work, but it's just you've really got to have that mindset and be able to follow the plan properly. And
yeah.
I don't think I could.
I think I'm the same. I think I would just go rogue very quickly, because I think that includes things like parkruns, doesn't it? You know, imagine doing a parkrun at 80% and no more,
Yeah.
or 70%.
Yeah.
Like,
And
not-
every long run on a Sunday has to be easy. You can't put any pace into that long run, because your threshold sessions are your sessions during the week, and then your long run is easy. And I don't think I could go out every Sunday and just run it easy every Sunday.
I could do that, I think, but I would struggle with the actual sessions themselves being repetitive, and the same stuff, but in just different denominations of time. Because I think instead of 3 by 10 minutes, you get 6 by 5 minutes, or you get, that sort of stuff. So, my brain gets, I don't know if it's, I just get a little bit bored. Or here's another question for you. What aspects of training, or is there a run that you do during your training block week for a marathon that you loathe or dislike or dread?
I don't know, to be honest. I don't think I loathe or dread any run at all. I think the recovery runs are a bit boring, because you're restricted, and it's the whole point of it is to go and just get the body moving and get the blood flowing again so you can recover. So they're not the most exciting of runs. But I don't think I loathe any run at all. I just like getting out the door and doing it.
Well, I'm exactly the same. Apart from the recovery run, I really enjoy the recovery run. I am one of those annoying people that really loves training. Some people hate training and they only like racing. I actually wonder if I like training more than racing, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
I really enjoy, like today I went out for a sort of semi-long run today and it was brilliant. It was like, it was just, I don't know. It's just like you yourself, just out on the country lanes, just, your mind's all over the place and you're trying to put the world to rights on your own. And I don't know. I just really, really genuinely enjoy it. And that was a slow, easy plod. The hard workouts, they would have been the ones that I really used to dread. The interval-y ones and the speedy stuff. But now I really like working hard. I really have grown to like doing the filthy hard reps. So yeah, I don't think there's. I sound like one of those annoying people that's just happy all the time, but I think I am. I think that's why I do it. And I think if I ever got to a stage where I was like, I cannot stand easy running anymore, or I can't stand running on the Malverns anymore, then I'd have to look at going into fishing or something, because
Yeah.
they're the best bits for me.
Yeah.
They're the escape bits, aren't they? And
Yeah. I love getting out the door and just putting one foot in front of the other and letting my mind wander to a new place.
yeah,
It's such a good escape from the real world, because especially the sessions and stuff, because the only thing you can think about whilst you're running a rep is the pace that you're running and putting one foot in front of the other. You forget about everything else that's going on in the world. And you're just thinking about what you're doing and making sure you hit that pace. And I love that. I've got enough time when I'm not running to worry about all the stuff that's going on in life. So having an escape from that, where you just get out there and it's just enjoyable, is amazing.
I've also got one other thing that I might have discovered about myself that could be true as well. I actually wonder if I'm a better trainer than a racer. So I'm worried that I'm the football equivalent of a not a big game player. I'm the player. I'm like Ronaldo. I'm Lampard and Gerrard put together for England. I don't know if I can perform at the big races, but when it's a training session, I can do it.
Yeah.
But when it's like but my theory on that is that I just don't quite have enough experience yet of the pain cave, but like really dragging myself round a course in real discomfort.
Yeah. You're still.
I think
I think you're still scared of being uncomfortable.
I'm not scared.
No.
I'm not.
I don't mean scared. I mean, like, you're not comfortable being uncomfortable yet.
That might be true.
So probably not scared, but to race really, really well, you need to be comfortable knowing that you are going to be uncomfortable for most of the race.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've noticed in a lot of your races, you always think, oh, I'll go out easy, or I'll go out at this sort of pace, and then I'll build up into something. You've said that a lot in the past, whereas my thinking is, I'm going out at race pace and I'm just going to hold on, and it's going to be horrible. It's going to hurt, but that's what racing is all about. Whereas you're more calculated. You think, I'm going to build up to that feeling of being in the pain cave and hurting, and you don't want to get there too soon, sort of thing.
Yeah. But I don't think, I wouldn't say there's a right or wrong answer, because at the end of the day, at the sharper end, if you want to get PBs, then you've really got to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. But I am relatively young in this game compared to a lot of other faster runners as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that with the physical training that you do, every run that you do or every race that you do, you become one race harder or stronger. And I think I'm coming up to 5 or 6 years doing it. And really, when I think about it, 3 or maybe 4 years seriously. Let's have a chat in 10 years and let's see if I've toughened up a bit. Hopefully I have. Because I think you can train your brain just as much as your body.
Oh, definitely.
And I think your spirit will change the faster you get. And that's what I'm sort of hoping happens to me. And I'm sort of hoping that this year, hopefully my marathon goes well. Hopefully my 5K, 10K and half marathon times will hopefully continue to tumble. And the only way I'm going to do that is by getting mentally stronger, because I'm at a point now where I'm not making so many physical gains anymore. So most of the stuff I have to do has to come from up here.
Yeah.
And that's where it's won and lost, isn't it? I think.
Well, running is as much of a mental game as it is a physical game. Definitely.
Yeah.
And,
yeah.
And it is your brain that will turn off your body and make you run slower. Because when you start to hurt, if your brain then says, oh, it's hurting, you should slow down now. And you mentally go, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. You're going to get slower. Whereas if you are mentally tough and it starts feeling a bit tough, you then go, no, I reckon I can keep going for a bit longer. And it's that mental switch of knowing that it is hurting and your body and your brain is saying you should probably slow down now, but you've built up this resilience mentally to go, nah, I'm all right for another bit. Yeah, I can keep going.
And that's why I think my half marathon I did in Bruges, I'm really, really proud of, because I was fading, and a bit like Telford as well. I could feel myself fading, but I almost reminded myself mid-run, we can't take this easy. We can't just glide now for the last mile or two, because if we do that, then I'm only going to feel disappointed with myself afterwards. So I knew, I was literally looking at my watch thinking, right, we've got like 7, 8, counting backwards actually. I was like 8, I've got 7, I've got like 6, I've got like 4 more minutes worth of pain and then it's all over. Just endure it, just get through to the end. And then and then you can rest. But not until then. Not until you've crossed that line. And it's little things like that. You have to sort of have a chat with yourself mid-race sometimes. To tell you that it is all worth it. It's going to be worth it. But it all depends on your psyche, doesn't it? Because some people don't race for that feeling, for that reason. It's more completion rather than running against the clock. But there is a big element of that if you are going for PBs, isn't there? There's a big element of, I don't like this, but we've got to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So sorry, I'm just chuckling to myself that you said just the word completion. I just is quite a funny word. Taking myself to completion.
What's
just it's all right.
What's funny about the word completion? Is that some sort of innuendo that I've just totally missed?
Well, yeah. Anyway, right. So,
hang on. It sounds like you want to move on. I've got something that I need to address as well.
Oh, go on.
This is episode 95.
It is.
We've been talking about running now for 43 minutes, and I think that's too long. I was going to ask you, before we move on to some more running again, can you name some of the most popular singles from 1995? Because I've just looked them up.
Amazing. Right, 1995. Oof.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of what sort of era that is, and like things like the locomotion and stuff. I think it's a bit too early. I think that's early 90s.
Yeah.
So
That's not in. That's not on the list.
mid 90s would be more Britpop and that sort of era, I think.
Yes.
So it's gonna be a terrible Oasis song, isn't it? One of them. Do I sense a little smirk there that one of them is Oasis?
There are 2 on the list.
How many are there on your list?
I've got the 40 most popular songs here.
Oh, top 40. Okay. So are we going for top 3 or just any of the top 40?
If you could get the top 3, I'd be surprised.
Oh,
okay. Not surprised, but it sort of surprised me. Because the same artist is at 1 and 3.
Oh, so Michael Jackson
is on the list. He's at number 6 with Earth Song.
Excellent.
Christmas number 1, 1995, apparently.
Yes.
What a video.
Yeah.
What about elephants? I love that line.
What about us?
What about the trees? Come on, which Oasis song are you going for? Or do you want to try and get the top 3?
Oasis, is it Don't Look Back in Anger? Is that 95? No.
That's not on here. So that must have been a 96
release. Wonderwall
is at number 10. That is correct. And didn't even reach number 1. That reached number 2.
Therefore, if Wonderwall is on there, Mike Flowers Pop's Wonderwall must be on there.
It's absolutely not, unfortunately, which is a fantastic cover. It's not on here.
Oh, wow.
It's not on here as one of the best-selling singles of 1995.
So can you
name the other Oasis one?
If it's Wonderwall, Roll With It.
Correct. Very good. Very good. Do you feel dirty for getting that right?
Yeah, I do. Yeah. Are the Shire Horses and I Want to Roll With It on there as well?
Unfortunately, no.
Can you remember the Shire Horses?
Horses.
Was it the Shire Horses? Yeah, it was the Shire Horses, and it was Mark and Lard off BBC Radio 1.
I remember them.
And they did a comedy covers album, and they basically did covers of popular songs and changed all the lyrics so they were funny. And the Oasis one was I Want to Roll With It, and it was talking about eating, and they want a chicken pie and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. If I commanded everybody to say "wayo,"
I say boom, boom, boom. Everybody say "wayo, wayo." Yes.
By the Out Here Brothers. That was number,
Out Here Brothers.
Number 14.
Yeah.
Who would you say is Mr. Lover?
Sugar.
One dick. Yes. What's the song?
Mr. Boombastic.
Yeah, that's on the list. 15th.
Totally fantastic.
Who are Rochdale's finest? They've got a massive club anthem. And if I said the words to you, oh ho he yeah, oh ho he yeah.
Oh yeah.
What would that be? And then the next line is
set you free.
I absolutely love that. What an absolute anthem. That's on here, yeah.
Right, hang on then.
I love that song because it starts in the storm, doesn't it? There's all like a thunderstorm at the start. Being in a nightclub in the well, it wouldn't have been the 90s because I would have been 10, but in the early noughties when they play that, it's good, amazing scenes.
There's
Right.
got to be a Blur song on there. And
That
I'm
is,
gonna go.
there is another Oasis one, actually. I've just found it. But yes, there is a Blur one. Yeah.
I'd say Park Life is too early for that list for 95. I would go with 95.
I actually know the answer to this because it was actually a number one battle and Blur won with Some Might Say.
Oh, okay.
And I know that because I remember being in Kefalonia on holiday, on my family holiday, and hearing the news that Blur had got to number one, and I was bereft. Couldn't believe it.
Yeah. So it's 95 is too early for coffee and TV as well. I think that was more 98-ish. So I'm gonna say Country House.
He doesn't eat, smoke, laugh, takes herbal baths. I used to say to my mom, "What's a herbal bath?" Like BARF. I was like, "What's a bath?"
It's because he's ate too many herbs and he's bathed them all up there.
Yeah, that's a good track, isn't it? All joking aside, I am a big Oasis fan, but I'm also a Blur fan.
Yeah,
Graham Coxon. There's not many guitarists with the iconic sound in this life, and he is definitely one of them. I love an underrated Blur song is "Tender." I think.
Oh, what a great song! Yeah,
that's a really good song, isn't it?
Yeah,
because you've got that sort of not gospel choir, but you've got that that choral element of the song, which is almost like a gospel song. That I think it's a really good song.
Is there another Blur song on there?
No, that's the only one.
Oh,
that is the only one. Can you get the top three?
Right. So,
if I told you at number 2 was a song that is so massively overplayed on Heart FM, if you hear it one more time, it's enough to like destroy your car radio.
Okay.
And there is a biblical reference in there. In the first line. I actually think, yes, it is a sampled song from a Stevie Wonder song.
Oh, Coolio, Gangsta's Paradise.
Oh, that was too easy. It was too obvious.
Yeah. Gangsta's Paradise, and Pastime Paradise is the Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah.
But
yes, can you guess what's at 1 and 3? Now these artists are a duo, double act. And as far as I know, didn't have any other singles ever again. Yeah. You know, so like Ant and Dec, for example, that sort of thing, but it's not them.
Oh, so both 1 and 3 are different duos?
No, both by the same duo. Yeah.
Same duo. So it's got to be someone like Robson and Jerome.
Yes. Can you name the songs?
With Unchained Melody.
Right, okay, right. So here's the thing. 1 and 3 are both A and B sides. So there's actually 4 songs. So can you name the B side to Unchained Melody?
I don't know if I can.
Would you know if there would be bluebirds anywhere, flying anywhere?
Oh, the White Cliffs of Dover, yes.
Yes,
they did do that, didn't they? Yeah.
And the third one was their follow-up single or follow-up A and B side.
Yeah.
When this whole world starts getting you down. Do you know that one?
Yeah, Up on the Roof, yeah.
Yes, what a tune. And the B side to that, I think is, well, I don't really know it that well. The first word is I, as in I.
I believe.
In fact, I was going to give you a clue. It's like that Voltarol gel.
Yeah, I believe. Because they used that song, didn't they, for that advert?
Did they? Oh, yeah, that's great.
I believe, yeah.
Some other songs that you could have had. Back for Good, Take That.
Yes.
Think Twice, Celine Dion.
Oh, great.
Fairground, what an absolute ripper that is.
Yeah.
Missing, Everything But the Girl.
Oh, yes.
That's
Very good tune.
That's an alternative, strange kind of minor sounding song, isn't it?
I like that song. Was that the era of Four Non Blondes and What's Up?
I think that was before. That's not on the list, but that probably would have been, wouldn't it? Okay, so there's a song on here by Pulp.
Oh, Common People.
Yes. What about M&8? Do you remember them?
M&8. Yes. What? Hang on. I'm going to have to do a search for this because
M&8. What a band.
If I'm remembering right, I've met one of the guys from M&8.
What?
And I met him and had a chat with him at a Star Wars celebration because he is a character actor in some of the Star Wars films.
Really?
Yes. And if it's the guy, if M&8 is the right band that I'm thinking of, he's got the best name ever for like an actor and an artist. Right, hang on, let me find out.
So it's literally spelled M-N-8.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you know?
I actually think it is.
By the way, the Out Here Brothers from Boom 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 have actually got two songs. The other song was...
Yes, they have. Don't stop moving, baby. That moving drive me crazy. Well,
wiggle. Yeah, that's it. So what's this guy's name?
So it is the right guy. That it is who I'm thinking of, and his name is D Tails.
What a name! D Tails. That's brilliant.
Details is his name. How good's that?
Oh man, give me the details. I like that.
Yeah. So.
What a song this is! East 17. When the thunder calls you from a mountain high, it's time to spread your wings and fly. Spread your wings and fly. What a band East 17 were.
I thought you were going to say Steam.
Oh no, I had that. I bought that single Steam.
I am now going back to see if I can find.
Have you got the song by M&8?
No, I can't remember what it was.
I've got a little
something for you. Yes.
Yeah.
So good.
One last one here. Do you know this song by Inika Mosi?
Here come the hop stepper, murderer, lyrical gangster, murderer. Excuse me, Mr. Officer, murderer. Still let me like that.
Have you ever seen the outtake of Peter Kay's car share with Reece Shearsmith? And he's in the back of the car singing that. It is, and he doesn't know the words. It's absolutely, I'm going to have to send it to you. It's phenomenal.
Amazing.
There's some great songs here. Bjork, It's So Quiet. TLC.
No Scrubs.
No.
Waterfalls.
Yes. Yeah. I think I've gone through them all. Smokey featuring Roy Chubby Brown.
For 24 years, I've been living next door to Alice.
Brilliant. Right, one more. I think we've read pretty much everyone else out. There's one song on here. I'll be very surprised if you get this. What song by Boyzone was their biggest selling song in 1995? And it only peaked at number 2.
Boyzone. No Matter What.
I think that was later. Is that the one that was in a musical?
I don't know.
Yeah, that was in a musical. That. No, the answer is Father and Son.
Oh, yes.
Which is that a Bob Dylan cover or Cat Stevens
No,
maybe?
it's Cat Stevens, isn't it?
Find a girl, settle
Who
down.
is no longer called Cat Stevens.
What's he called now? Dog Stevens.
He's called. I'm pretty sure he's called Yusuf something. Because he changed religions, and he's no
Right.
longer called Cat Stevens.
Right.
But yeah, I was trying to find a photo that I've got of me and details, but I couldn't find it.
There's one more from. Hang on. Do you know the song by U2, "Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me"?
Oh, from Batman
Yes.
Returns.
Yes.
What a tune!
Don't you think that's an underrated U2 song, like one of their greatest works? I think
I really don't like U2, but that song is incredible.
I think it's a cracking song. That I think that's a really good song.
The Batman Returns soundtrack with that and "Kiss from a Rose."
Yeah. Well, I wonder if that's not on the list somewhere. Oh, one we've missed out here. Scatman John.
I'm the Scatman.
Yeah. And a fine entry here. The 17th biggest selling song was by the Rednecks.
Oh, Cotton Eye Joe, I've been married a long time ago. Yes, amazing.
The 90s just a different time. Like, if you think about how did that song... How are we still singing that song now?
And then, because that was such a big hit, they released a second single called Old Poppin' and Oak.
Yes!
Which is basically the same song.
Yes. Old Poppin' and Oak, but after a long time ago. Yeah, it was exactly the same. I remember that. The Rednecks. Oh, what a song.
Brilliant. Yeah. And everybody used to do some crazy country dancing because it was at double the speed of what country dancing should be.
Yeah. Well, I thought I would squeeze that in. I didn't realise that would take up nearly 20 minutes. But I'm glad we did pop that in because I think that was an important walk down memory lane. 95. What a year for music that was.
How old were you in 95?
10. So I'm an 85 child, I am.
Yeah.
So, But I was, So what was I listening to back then? Yeah, it would have been just getting into Oasis. Harry Enfield and Chums was probably... No, that was probably more like 97, wasn't it? Trying to think what was massive on the TV at the time in 95. But I remember like Harry Enfield, maybe the year later. That was what we all used to like talk about at school and stuff. Because obviously we didn't have phones and all that.
Yeah.
We always used to try and do impressions of all the different characters and stuff.
Well, the mid-90s were the glory days of Top of the Pops.
Yeah, you wouldn't miss Top of the Pops. Do you remember recording the top 40? You had to hit record and play at the same time.
Yeah,
and then just
hit pause. Try and pause it when they were talking. Yeah,
when the adverts came on. Yeah. Oh, good different times. I really like. Isn't it weird? Like hearing if you accidentally listen to the top 40 now, because it's completely different now, and probably rightly so, because no one really buys music in a shop anymore. But now it's all done on downloads, isn't it? But back then, it was literally like hot property, wasn't it? If you've just gone and bought Alice DJ, do you think you're better off alone?
I don't think
to
I
try
ever
and get
bought
into
that, but and on cassette in the cardboard sleeve, because singles were in a cardboard sleeve rather than a jewel case.
I bought a cardboard sleeve of the New Radicals. You only get what you give.
What a tune! One of the best songs ever.
That was around about that time as well. That was one of my first singles I bought. That was probably 95, 96.
I've chatted to you about that song, haven't I, and how it came about.
Go on. I can't remember. Refresh my memory.
So the New Radicals, the guy who was the singer in the New Radicals, he was a producer. And and he wrote songs for people. And he was like sat in the studio one day, and somebody who was with him said, "Yeah, you can write songs really well and produce them really well, but you could never like be an artist and like be up there." And he went, "All right, then, I'll prove you wrong." So he wrote that song, wrote an album,
Yeah.
got like basically to wherever he did in the charts. I don't know if it got to number 1. Dropped the album, and then just quit and went back to producing and writing, just to prove a point.
Wow, that's a bit of a mic drop moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Fair play.
One of the best tunes ever. I absolutely love that song.
Yeah, big song that is. Yeah. I remember another song around about that time that I bought was. Do you remember when you used to get almost tipped off by people in the playground? Like they were musical connoisseurs. They'd be like, "Oh, I'll tell you who the next biggest thing are going to be." And you'd be like, "Go on then, Warren Oliver," who I sit next to in PSHE. And they'd be like, "Oh, Michael Jackson's cousins have all teamed up together, and they've come up with a band called 3T."
Yes.
And they've had a song called "Anything for You."
Yeah.
I went and bought it.
I
Yeah.
bought 3T on cassette tape. Yeah.
Absolute legends. No, Anywhere for You. Was it Anything for You? I can't remember. I would go anywhere for you. Yeah.
No, I would do anything for you. Yeah, it was anything for you.
Yeah. So yeah, I remember buying that song.
Anything, girl, anything for you.
Oh, absolute brilliant.
Now, if there ever comes a time when it's true in this heart of mine, just call out my name, and girl, I swear I would do anything. I'll give you love.
Oh, we should set up a boy band.
Should we set?
No, you're obviously not keen. I think we should set up a man band. Who could we get in the man band?
Leggett Lee on bass.
Leggett Lee, yeah. He's the eye candy of the group.
Yeah. Actually, no. We'd have to get friend of the podcast Mac on bass, wouldn't we? To get those deep vocals.
Yeah.
They'd come right from his right from the boots, right from his size 13s.
Yeah, and maybe would you want it to be a 4-piece or a 5-piece? Probably better if it's 5-piece.
Oh, we're gonna go 5, aren't we? Yeah.
What about should we see if Andy Goldsby would want to be in it? Should we get Goldsby in?
Oh, yeah.
Because he could be the member of the group that always, they give him a guitar and he just starts ripping a guitar solo. Yeah.
And are we going to be a standard boy band where we all just either are doing a dance routine and singing, or sat on a chair and when it gets to the key change we stand up? Or
no, I don't like the Westlife.
Are we going to be a boy band like, I don't know, Busted or McFly, where we all play instruments as well?
Too cool. I think we should be like a 90s boy band. Think, what were they called who sang, You Got My Body Shaking? Who were there? 911. Well, we just have one dance for one key dance move, like the body shaking. Who would be the member of the band that could do like the somersaults and the gymnastics and stuff?
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It'd be good if Matt could do that. Because I don't know if Matt could do a somersault, though. He's a big lad, isn't he? He's quite a tall guy.
Yeah.
I'd have to learn, wouldn't I? I'd have to be like the token small one.
The one that we throw
from Diversity. Yeah. Like that one from Diversity.
Yeah.
You'd be lead singer. You'd be like I guess Gary Barlow.
Excellent, thanks.
You'd be Barlow.
Absolutely fantastic.
Lee would be the renegade of the group who's slightly lost his way in life, like Williams.
I was going to say
he'd bleach his hair.
I was going to say he'd be like Abs out of
yes, growing his own carrots. Because hasn't he got a farm now? Yeah.
And speaking with patois.
Yeah. He's completely lost his ways in the Abs. I'd love to be Dickie Neville. I've always liked Richie Neville because he thinks he's a massive bad boy, but in reality he's just like really middle class. Kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking of 5, they were on. Where was I? I was around my mum and dad's, and they had Strictly Come Dancing on, and 5 were on it.
Yes. I know they're doing a reunion, aren't they?
Now, all of them were dancing. But I've never seen anyone with less coordination and timing than Scott from 5. He was the worst dancer and he had no timing at all. He was like the stiffest person ever and doing all the moves at the wrong time. It was terrible.
I like that they're on a dancing show as well. Yeah. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. But what about, because I watched that and I remember when Jay did his, what was that bit in, what's the rap he does in, what was that song?
If you got the feeling, jump up to the ceiling, now we're getting down tonight.
Here we go again
with the facts.
Here we go again with the beats. Everybody's moving, everybody's grooving. Move it to the left, yeah. Shake it to the right. Oh, what a band!
Did you notice they did that? Like, did most of their songs in a completely different key as well?
Yeah,
to what it normally is.
Because their voices have lowered.
Yeah, but yeah, it was interesting.
I went to watch. This has just reminded me. This was one of the best nights of my life. At the O2 Arena in about 2011 or 12. There was a show called The Big Reunion, and I think it was an ITV.
Oh, yes.
And
with
all these
Bewitched.
boy bands, Bewitched, and they did a gig at the O2, and it was life-changing. Atomic Kitten, Blue.
Yeah.
911 were there. Eternal. Who else was there? I can't remember now, many others. But what... And 5, obviously. And 5 were just brilliant. But when I saw them, there's only 4 of them. But they still kept the name 5, which I thought was pretty funny. But yeah, good times. I wonder if any of them are runners. I don't know. Ooh. Maybe. I'd love to get one of the lads from 5. I would love to get Abs. Imagine if we can get Abs on the podcast. That would be a coup for the podcast, wouldn't it? Oh, man. Yeah, or Jay. I'd like Jay. 5 bad boys with the power to rock you. Blowing your mind, so you gotta get into 5. What you aim for? If you want 3, 2, 1, let's do it. Oh, absolute lads. Right, let's move on. Sorry, before I start quoting more 5 songs.
I like how they've got a little intro to 5 and then a couple of words to go into 4. But then for 3, 2, and 1, they just go, huh,
huh, huh. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little bit like Spice Girls in Wannabe, isn't it? You know, when they got a Zigga Zigar.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I think Mel B. No, it was Jerry, wasn't it? Mel B would go, tell me what you really want. I want to huh, huh, huh. It was always Jerry, wasn't it, that would give the huh. Maybe it was like a popular thing in the mid-90s to just have the hiccups. Yeah.
Right, shall we go back to some running now we've done our tangent for
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Cool.
This could be a regular feature, by the way, for the last 4 episodes towards 100. Song of the decade. Song of the year. Can you name the songs of the year?
Yeah. Yeah. That's not a bad shout actually, because we can't really do what happened in the year 100, but
no.
we could do 97, 98, 99.
Yeah. Look forward to that. I'll with pride. We'll do my research.
Excellent. Right. So, what happened last week? World Cross Country. I don't know if you watched any of this.
didn't see any of it. I don't know
Oh,
where I
really?
was. I just didn't see any. I don't even know what happened. Who won? Who lost? Who
Oh, wow.
fell over? Or so. Yeah, feel free to let me know who
Yeah.
fell
So
over the
it was on.
crocodiles.
It was on Saturday, and yeah, the the obstacles, as they called them, were interesting because because it's such a flat course normally, they had to make it interesting for World Cross. So they put in all of these Florida based obstacles that we talked about last week. So there
Yeah,
was the chemical toilet uh, pool.
yeah. The Emerald
Um,
Green Lake. Yeah, yeah.
but and there was a mud pit with some gator jumps, which was basically wooden logs with carved alligators on the top. And then what were the others? There was the roller coaster hill, which was like a built up
Gantry thing. Yeah.
gantry thing, yeah. And then what was it? What was the other? Um, what was the other?
The alligators, the gators to jump
Yeah,
over.
no, I think there was 5 different things. So there was the roller coaster hill.
Sand. It was a sand.
Oh, there was the beach, the sand
Yeah.
pit, the water crossing, the mud pit, and the alligators. And the course itself was a 2K loop. So the mixed relay was 8K. So each leg did 1 lap. So they all did 2K. And then the ladies and the men's both did 10K, so they did 5 laps each. But mixed relay, it was a really interesting race actually. Fast, they all went out mega fast because obviously 2K, they're just basically running like 1500-meter pace.
Yeah.
So it would it set off mega quick. And as it got through, Australia, after the first leg, Ollie Hoare was on Australia's first leg, and he finished the first leg in about 4th or 5th and passed over to, oh, come on, who was it? Lyndon Hall. And she set off and she ran a great leg and got the lead and was pulling away from everyone. And then she handed over to, come on, Brett, think Jack Anstey. And originally it was supposed to be Cam Myers, who is like one of the top 1500-meter runners in the world. He's got like the under 20s world record for the mile, I think. And he had to pull out. So Jack Anstey was the replacement for him. So obviously he had a load of pressure on his shoulders, being the replacement for Cam Myers. But he set off in the lead, and he did get overtaken by the French runner, but he ran a really good leg and was still quite close to the French runner at the end of the last end of the third leg. And then he passed on to Jess Hull, and Jess Hull is like Australia's best 1500-meter runner, and she just she went off past the French runner and just she looked like she was putting in a load of effort at the end, but she was well in the lead to win it. So Australia came away with the gold, which was amazing. France came second, and third was Ethiopia.
Right. Was
But
Jimmy Gressier in that team?
no, so Jimmy Gressier was running the men's
Right.
10K, so he was in
Individual.
this individual senior race. But what I was really happy about is Ollie Hoare has had a really like difficult last couple of years. He had a fractured pubic bone a couple of years ago, and then it took a while to get back into running after that. And he's not had the best of results since he's been back and everything. So he's been struggling because he is the reigning Commonwealth Games 1500-meter champ. And since then, he's not had the best of runs. And then he goes and wins a world gold at the cross. So, yeah, I was pretty pleased to see him do that. But Australia ran the mixed relay really well. Then in the ladies senior race, Agnes Ngetich from Kenya, she just left everybody, and she basically just ran a time trial at the front on her own. She was miles ahead. After the first lap, she just started gapping them, and she won by miles. And then in second was Joy Cheptoyek from Uganda, and third was Seniyet Getachew from Ethiopia, and then the team win was Ethiopia, so the women's team from the ladies race. But the obstacles obviously made a difference to their running and stuff. And on the first lap of all of the races, you could see that they were, because they had to go through in a big pack through all of the obstacles were a bit more difficult. But then when it started to spread out, they were finding easier routes through the obstacles. So they were like on the water pit, there was officials standing either side of the water pit, putting their hands out to say, you can't run at the side of it. You've got to go through the water, because everybody was trying to run round the shallow bit at the side, but they were putting their hands out to stop people going onto the shallow bit. So they had to go through the middle of it, but people were still cutting it wide to make it a bit easier and things. But Agnes Ngetich just left them for dust, and it was a amazing show of her fitness. And then in the men's, Jacob Kiplimo, he sat in the pack for the first 3 laps, and he was happy just to be in that front pack. And then as it got to the last lap, he just started to gap them, and it looked easy for him in that last lap. And he ended up winning, and that is his 3rd World Cross Championship in a row. So he's won the last 3. And that's Jacob Kiplimo from Uganda, who is also the world record holder for the half marathon. He's the one that's run 60. Is it what? No, sorry, 50. Is it 56 minutes for the half marathon or something like that?
Wow, I don't know.
Which is crazy.
56 minutes. That's madness. Yeah. Did you see on Run to Japan's thing about the Ekiden?
Yes.
That people were dropping 58-minute halves and stuff. Well, they weren't official halves because they're 100 meters short, aren't they, or something? But they're the level of those Japanese runners.
Yeah, it's mad.
Just
and
insane.
Some of them are uni students, aren't they? So they're only 18, and they're running that quick. Mental.
It's there's a whole army of that generation of runners that are going to be. Because you can bet your life they won't be doing Norwegian singles.
No, definitely not.
Yeah, they'll just be caning every session, won't they?
Yeah.
So
But so Jacob Kiplimo won, and then in second was Berihu Aragawi from Ethiopia, but he has now come second in the last 3 World Cross. So Jacob Kiplimo has beat him in all 3 of the last World Cross Championships, which is a bit gutting for him, but he got another silver. And then Daniel Abenyo from Kenya was third, and then the team win for the men's was Ethiopia again. So Ethiopia had a real good World Cross, even though they had a bit of a, not mishap, but a bit of trouble going to the champs, and they had to swap out half of their team, Ethiopia, because they all flew to the US, and half of them got their visas refused. So they had to send half their team back home and send out another half a team.
Bloody hell.
But they still had a really good championship. So they won the team in the women's, in the men's, and third in the mixed relay. So yeah, but it was good. It was a really good watch. I watched it on the elliptical and the bike at the gym. And it was just really annoying, the footage of it, because some of it was really good footage of what was going on. But a lot of it, they got a drone, and they had a drone from above. So you could see little spots running, but you couldn't make out who it was, what was happening. And then they'd go above trees and you could just see some of them through the trees and stuff. So you couldn't actually see what was happening in the racing. And then at certain points, when it started to spread out, the drone came down and was following like the front few, and that footage was really good. And then the footage at the obstacles was really good because they had static cameras watching people come through the obstacles. But generally, in most of the race, you couldn't make out what was actually happening, which was a bit rubbish, really. So, yeah, it's one of them, innit? But yeah, it was good. World Cross was really good.
Cool. Well, also, there was a rather fast 10K last week as well.
There was, indeed. There was the Valencia 10K on Sunday. Also, just before we go into Valencia, also on the Sunday was Houston Half in America. Houston Marathon and Half. So there was Houston Half, where there was it's one of the quickest halves out there. So loads of people were like absolutely smashing it. And I think Rory Linkletter is the first Canadian to go under the hour for the half marathon.
Oh, he got a national record over there, didn't he? Yeah, I think I saw that. Yeah.
But for the full marathon, first place was Callie Thackeray, our GB runner.
Oh, cool.
And that's, I think it's only a couple of, only a few weeks since she won the Honolulu marathon as well. So she's raced 3 marathons in the last, 4 or 5 months. Wow. And run really well at all of them. So she won the Houston marathon in 2:24, I think. So yeah, pretty good. But Valencia 10K. I did say that Andreas Almgren from Sweden was going for European record, and he managed to get the area record. Did you see the results?
Yeah, I watched the live stream and saw that, well, only from the last 2 or 3K, but I saw the end of the race and I saw him sort of pull away towards the end of the race. It just looked effortless, didn't it? It was amazing.
Yeah, crazy. And he ended up running 26:45. Yeah. Which is just incredible, isn't it, for 10K? That's mental.
Did you see that? Did you see that stat that if you finished with a sub 33, you wouldn't have even made the top 700 or something like that? Yeah, bonkers.
Yeah, mental. Andreas Almgren was first in 26:45 with a new area record. Second was Kari Bajinga from Ethiopia with 26:51, and Victor Kipruto was third from Kenya in 27:17. Our first place Briton was 11th overall, so he didn't quite make the top 10, but at such a quick race, 11th is still incredible. And he ran a joint British record. So last year, Rory Leonard broke the British record at Valencia 10K, and Joe Wigfield ran 27:38 to equal the British. Only problem is he ran it on Sunday morning, not Saturday night. But he ran 27:38 to hit joint British record, so exactly the same time as Rory Leonard last year. And then In 12th place was Ephraim Gide, who is part of the Hoka Team Macau.
Australian.
No, he's Irish.
Oh, because great.
But yeah, Ephraim Gide from Ireland, he ran 27:38 as well, but came in 12th. And then we had Alfie Manthorpe in 16th with 27:40. Scott Beattie, who's another member of Team Macau, who ran 27:41. Jack O'Leary from Ireland ran 27:41. A good result was Andy Butchart, who was 20th overall, but he ran 27:43. And that was a great run from him. And he's had a difficult last couple of years. So to see him back running really, really well was really good.
He's made a video of it, hasn't he?
I think he has, yes.
Yeah, I did watch it. Yeah, and he wanted to be first Brit, and I didn't realise there was only like 3 or 4 seconds in it or something.
Oh, yeah. So he ran 27:43, and Joe Wigfield ran 27:38.
Yeah.
So it's 5 seconds. Close.
They must have all been in a pack together for the whole thing, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, Joe Wigfield, I listened to an interview with him, and he said going into that final straight, Alfie Manthorpe and Scott Beattie Scott Beattie was just in front of him. So he sprinted to try and pass Scott Beattie, and then Scott Beattie went to make another surge. So he was like, oh man, I've got to go again. And then he could also hear Alfie Manthorpe going for him as well. So he just had to really go for it to the finish. So they were all, real close together, all just going over as a pack.
That must have been a good battle. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Zach Mohammed ran 27:46. So he was within 10 seconds of Joe Wigfield as well. But yeah, had a really good showing from some of the Brits that were over there. Really good race. And yeah, it is mental, the fact that...
What was the winning time?
Winning time was 26:45.
26:45. I'm just going to see what that is per K. That is... What pace was Almgren's 10K? 2:40 per kilometre, approximately 4:18 a mile. Could you run that fast? Like for a number of... Have you ever run in the fours for your, I don't know, splits?
On a 100-meter stride, maybe, but never for a mile.
That is disgrace. Their stride lengths must be huge. They must be covering about 4 meters per stride.
Yeah.
That is like a long jump at ridiculously fast speed, isn't it? 4:18 a mile, 2:40 a kilometre. That's
it's ridiculous, isn't it? I've just had a look through the results as well, and Samuel Mayer, a British guy, ran 30:59, so he broke 31 minutes, right? 30:59, which is an incredible time.
Yeah.
Right, sub 31. What position do you reckon he was in?
200th?
369th.
Wow. God.
369 people sub 31.
Is it a massively subscribed to race, or is it a bit like Telford? Does it only really? No, it doesn't really only attract fast runners, because lots of all abilities go to Telford, don't they? So is it a big race and hard one to get into? Is it like 10,000 runners or anything like that?
I don't. I think it sells out pretty quick. I think
Yeah.
it's one of those because it is such. It's the 10K race that everybody wants to go and run because everybody knows it's the fastest 10K out there.
Yeah. That's
So
where world records will be broken, or that sort of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
But on this list here, I've got the top 500. It stops at 500, and Carlos Barbero from Spain was 500th in 31:48.
That's absolutely ridiculous. 14,134 runners across the finish line.
Yeah.
So there would have been a lot of DNFs as well. Because if people go there to run fast and they realise halfway they're not going to get their time, they'll probably pull out, won't they?
Yeah.
So I bet you it's quite a big...
Yeah. And then in the women's, first place was Brenda Jepchirchir from Kenya in 29:25. Second was Lakina Amabau from Ethiopia in 29:29. And third was Claire Ndiwa from Kenya in 29:49. 4 women broke 30 minutes, which is crazy. And then
Eilish.
12 women broke 31, which is crazy good. And then
did so well, didn't she?
Eilish McColgan was our first British over the line, and she broke, was it the European record or was it just the British record? I think it might be the European record, possibly. But she got 30:08. So she was very close to that 30-minute. And what's even worse about it is her record will go down as 30:08, but her chip time was 30:05.
It's gun time.
Because, for a record, it has to be off gun time. But how mad is that? That someone with the ability of Eilish McColgan was 3 seconds before she crossed the start line.
I mean, should elite women be allowed to start at the very, very front? They probably should, really, shouldn't they?
Yes, but if you think about it, right, she's running 30:08. So let me go back through the men.
I mean, she probably finished about.
If she's running 30:08.
I did watch the finish line.
There's
camera.
There's 235 men in front of her, time wise.
Yeah.
So
I did watch the finish line live stream, and the first female coming through to try and take the tape. God knows how the officials directed her where to go.
Yeah.
Because it was like an avalanche of runners, wasn't it? And if she's first female,
yeah,
it was almost like an overwhelming finish line, wasn't it? Like watching that amount of people running that fast, it was almost unhuman. At the Olympics, you get 10 of them running that speed.
Oh yeah,
having 10,000 is just crazy.
Yeah, it's mad. But so Eilish McColgan's record isn't actually how fast she ran. She ran faster than the record will actually say. So, which is crazy. And then our second Brit over the line was Alex Bell, who broke 31 with 30:57, which is amazing. And then Izzy Fry, she just missed sub 31 in 31:01. She did a U on it. And then Clara Evans, she ran 31:18. And Hannah Irwin, who we saw at Telford, ran 31:32. So ran a PB. And Sam Harrison was there as well, and she ran 31:40. So, again, another great showing from the Brits.
See Hugo Fry.
Yes, he ran well, didn't he?
He did sub 30, didn't he?
Yeah.
And he only ran a month ago or something, a couple of weeks before, sub 15 in the 5K, didn't he? So
Yeah.
he must have really performed well in that 10K, unless he was capable of more on the day of the 5K. I don't know.
Well, he only broke 15 minutes for the 5K just before Christmas.
2 weeks before. Yeah.
And then ran both of the 5Ks at Valencia. So both halves of the 10K sub 15, which is crazy.
Yeah.
He ran, here he is. He ran 29:43.
Yeah. That's
he's
I like him, I do. So if you don't know who we're talking about, there's a predominantly Instagrammer. I'm not on TikTok, but I assume he's probably on TikTok. And he's called Hugo Fry, and he's a self-proclaimed posh lad.
Yeah.
He's probably from Central or West London somewhere, but he's two things. He's a very fast runner, and he's also a runner that doesn't take either himself or the sport too seriously, which is really super refreshing, I think. Watching his Instagram reels is so entertaining. So I would recommend go and check out Hugo Fry. He's content gold.
Yeah. I love the fact as well that he went to America wearing all the precision fuel and hydration gear to run a BPN Supplements Ultra and beat them all.
Wasn't it at Nick Bear's ranch as well? Yeah, that was brilliant.
I'm trying to find as well because Patrick from B&R went over to run Valencia 10K. I told you he was doing some efforts in the snow when we got caught last Thursday before he went over to Valencia. He had an amazing run, and he ran 33:22, and before he went to Valencia, his PB was 34:20 something. He knocked a minute off his PB over in Valencia.
It's just one of those races where there's just something in the air, obviously.
Yeah. And he didn't realise, I was chatting to him about it the other day, and he didn't realise, but whilst he was racing, let me find it. Do you know who Holly Archer is? Have you ever heard of her? So she put up a reel, and in the background, Patrick's running with her.
Oh, wicked. There he is. Repping the B&R on the big stage. Yeah. Love it. Oh, fair play. There's something savage, isn't there, about wearing your club vest at a big race. I am tempted, to wear my Worcester vest for Seville. But I just don't know how it's going to feel beyond 10K, because I don't really wear it beyond 10Ks, really. So I don't know if it will feel really heavy or it will chafe me or anything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But
if you'd have got the club place for London Marathon, you would have had to wear it.
Yeah. So
and if you get a championship place, you have to wear it.
Yes, I'm aware of that. I know, because it's a club runners thing, isn't it? Yeah. So has your training started for London yet?
No, not proper marathon training. I've started putting in sessions now, but not actual marathon training yet. I'm going to start on the 1st of Feb. So then I'll have a 12-week block. It will be exactly from the 1st of Feb, which is a Sunday. It will be exactly 12 weeks to London.
Exciting. So. That reminds me, were saying beforehand, I was just going to quickly say, if any of you listening are embarking on a spring marathon, please write in and let us know what it is that you're training for, maybe what time you're hoping to get, or whatever your targets or whatever your goals are. and we will happily give you a shout out. So let us know what marathon you're doing. And
and have you started training yet? Yeah. What I was just about to say is, yes, on the 1st of Feb it will be exactly 12 weeks, but today it's 100 days to go until London Marathon. Exactly 100 days from today.
Is it the 16th today?
Yes.
I've got less than a month to Seville. I'm starting to get a bit paranoia-y, but I'm getting quite nervous. But it's mad how fast it all creeps up on you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Well, with that in mind, should we have a look at what we've done training-wise this week? Tell us about your training.
What, do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go
on. Just give me a second, because sometimes my thing doesn't load very quickly. So where do we need to start from Saturday?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if you remember me saying, but on the old podcast last week, I said I was going to go to Wales and podium in a parkrun.
Going to go to the valleys.
I did. I went to a really good parkrun that I would massively recommend. And later found out, I didn't know this at the time, that it's the 12th hardest. Well, maybe not the hard, because I don't know how you measure the hardness of a parkrun, but it's got the 12th slowest average finishing time, which I imagine is what they measure it by. And it is really quite hard. Is it harder than something like the Wire Forest? I don't know. Maybe. The hill is at the start and the middle portion is undulating, but the end is all downhill. But anyway, my target was to get on the podium, and I failed. I finished 4th. But pleased with my performance. I ran quite well. I think I did a 21:40 and couldn't have really given anything more on the day. So I turned up like Leggett Lee, turned up in my Kenya top, cigar in hand, and with my Go Faster glasses, and thought I could have done well. But yeah, these 3 lads in front of me just pulled away and would have absolutely killed me if I had gone out with them. So I'm glad that I ran my own race. Sunday, went down to the Wainwright Loop, which is like a local famous loop in Worcester, where it's like the I-10 of Worcester. What we should do is we should get, I've only done it twice, I'm talking like it's mine, but we should get some sort of like board up there that says, the Wainwright Loop, the home of champions. And I did 30k and I did 10k easy and 20k steady. So last week was my deload week, so I thought, won't push it, no need to push it too hard. I was still nursing that blister from the week before as well, so I thought I don't need to run too hard.
What have you done with that blister? What have you done to try and stop it?
I've just taped it up all week. That's all I've done. I've just basically kept it under a blister plaster, and it's not caused me. It's not bled or anything since. It's not caused me, and it's healed quite nicely. But it's been nearly 2 weeks now, and it still could scab over. Well, hasn't scabbed over, but it still could.
Yeah. But it hasn't scabbed over because it's been under a plaster all that time. You've got to let it get some air to.
Well, yeah, and I run every day, so there's no chance of it recovering. So I've just got to manage it basically. But what I did was I decided to do 5k as a warm up and then 20k steady. So basically a half marathon, 8-minute mile in, 5-minute k in, and then I would make the decision for the last 5k what I wanted to do, whether I went faster, maintain the pace, but I decided just to bring it back down. So I went up, leveled off, and then brought it back down, and that's what I just fancied doing. Nice. And my average pace was quite decent. It was nearly 8 minutes a mile, nearly 5 minutes a k. So overall, a good steady effort. Monday did my usual recovery loop, which is nice recovery. Tuesday, double day, so 10k easy in the morning, and then at night we did, this was a monster session. My first time at Worcester doing a 3x3k circuit, and was really, really, really tough. So first two, the plan for me was to progress through it, because I didn't, with marathon legs, I didn't want to come straight into it at sort of 10k thresholdy pace, because I was just a bit worried that it was going to absolutely kill me. And then my nightmare is to not be able to complete a session, which is a ridiculous nightmare to have. But do you know what I mean? I just didn't want to embarrass myself by have to just have a really bad session. So I did a marathon pace first, 3k. Second was half marathon pace. Third loop was 10k pace. So it's 3,000 meters. Oopsie daisy, 3,000 meters, and I did my final rep in sort of under 12 minutes. So I was really pleased with that.
Nice.
And I managed to hit the paces on that last loop as well. So
was it a 3k loop? So was the whole loop 3k in distance, or was it like loops of 1k?
It was exactly a 3k loop, yeah.
Oh wow. Okay, good.
And the final 600 meters was all uphill as well, so it was a really tough finish up in a hill in Worcester or a park called Batnall Park. Next day after that, did a little hill run with Daisy. So took my 4-legged friend up the hills, and we did a little 5-miler, and then it finished as all good Malvern runs finish in Fawn with a croissant. How would you rate the croissant place I took you to?
It was very good. Very good.
I really do rate that place. Fawn.
Flaky, buttery, very good. And massive.
That's the most important thing. You get value for money, because it is big. Then that was Wednesday. Thursday I did an easy run before doubling again. Thursday night which was last night, we did, what was the session? 200, 400, 800, 200, 400, 600, 800, 800, 600, 400, 200. So a nice little pyramid. And the idea was pick a pace, stick to that pace. And I went out with Merv, and he just paced us. We call him Metro Merv at club, because he's just really good at holding an effort. And we were just doing sort of 96-second 400s. So around about 4 minutes a K, that sort of thing, around about 10k pace. So, and it's really hard not to send those 200s, because the 200 is so short that you've got to be careful that you do that first 200 at a sensible pace, because if not, you'll be in trouble for the rest of the session. Because once you've gone up the mountain, the one that kills you isn't the second 800. For me, anyone, it was that second 600. That was when I was like, oh, this could have been really hard if we'd have gone out at 5k pace or faster.
Yeah. What sort of pace were you doing them?
So we did the 800s in, I think it was 3 minutes 10 seconds, something like that, and the 200s were 24 seconds, 25 seconds, I think. So nothing too. Sorry, no, that'd be the 100, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And the 200s were about 46. Yeah, 46 to 48, which would give us about a 94 400 meter lap.
Nice.
And then today I went out and did a hill run, but I got a bit carried away, and I did nearly a half marathon today. Easy half, 19k, and it was perfect. It was beautiful up the country lanes, which I keep coming out of my house and turning left towards Worcester, where it's all flat. If I turn right towards Suckley, that's where the gains are made. So I need to start turning right a little bit more in the next few weeks, because I really enjoyed a good hilly run today. And in 19k, I did 300 meters of gains. That's 900 foot, and kept the effort fairly steady. So yeah, that's me. I'm on track for maybe 120, 130k, which is about.
Nice.
What would that be? 80 mile? 70, 80 mile?
Yeah.
So
excellent.
With a long run Sunday and Parkrun tomorrow, should be up there.
Excellent.
I might even be at the sharp end of the Strava segment. Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So big week for me. How about you?
So, well, after I had a big week a couple of weeks back, and I couple of weeks back, I hit 58 mile. So I'd slowly been progressing up the mileage, and I hit 58 mile, and I was feeling the fatigue a little bit. Well, not necessarily fatigue. I wasn't really feeling fatigue, but I was feeling it in my legs that I'd started doing quite a lot of mileage. And I'd done that 58 mile in 4 days. Because I
Wow.
was still only running 4 days a week at that point. So
Yeah.
it's a lot of mileage. So last week I pulled it back a bit and I ended up with 46 mile at the end of last week. So I had a bit of a more down week. But yeah, one of the main reasons was my leg started to flare up again. So my left leg, which was my bad leg last year,
Yeah.
started to flare up, and I was starting to get a bit of I wouldn't say pain. It's not painful. It's just tight and
Right.
tightness in my leg. And all the tightness is pretty much in the same place as it was when I got my stress fracture. So
Oh,
um,
mate.
that was one of the reasons that I pulled it back a bit. But on Saturday last week, I didn't get up to go to Parkrun. I did get up. I got up when the alarm went off, looked out the window, saw how icy it was, and I went, I can't be bothered to de-ice the car.
Well, everywhere was cancelled, wasn't it?
Yeah, so the closest one that I could go to, there was the two Worcester ones, and I was like, I don't want to go to Worcester again. I've been to Worcester
Yeah.
loads recently.
Yeah.
And then the other closest that was actually on was Leamington. So I was like, I'll go to Leamington.
Yeah.
So I woke up when the alarm went off, looked out the window, and I thought, no, look at the ice on the car. Can't be bothered to scrape that off.
Yeah.
I'm just going back to bed. So I went back to bed and didn't bother with Parkrun. Um,
Yeah.
and so I got up a bit later, and then in the afternoon, I thought I'll run down to the gym and I'll watch World Cross whilst I'm on the exercise bike and cross train and stuff. But do you know when you go out for a run and you're just running nice and steady, nice and easy, and you just feel like you're covering the ground really well, and it just
Yeah.
feels good, and you're just enjoying your running. So I set off in my head to go and do 10K, and I ended up running 10 mile. But it was good. It was good fun. Yeah, so I ran down there. Ended up running like average of 7:35 a mile, so 1 hour 15 for 10 mile. So I was quite pleased with that. But it was also a bit of frustration getting rid of because they cancelled cross country. So
Yeah.
obviously, yeah. But there we go. But I named this run the Winter Olympics Trials because all round Redditch it was basically like sheet ice everywhere. So I
Yeah.
basically ice skated all my way around. But no, that was good. And then I did a bit in the gym. Then on the Sunday, I got out and again I had in my head just go out, run nice and easy, and then you get quicker and quicker and quicker. And I ended up running half of it at sub-3 marathon pace. And I ran 14 miles in the end. And from where are we? Well, I ran a 6:58 on the 5th mile, and then every mile after that was sub-3 marathon pace or quicker. So I ended up with 14 miles, an average of 7 minutes a mile. So
Nice.
quite pleased with that. But whilst I was running, I was still having a bit of tightness, and it's in my Achilles and my soleus, and then down the shin muscle, down the front, all
Yeah.
the tightness is. So on Monday, I went out and did some recovery miles, just nice and real easy, and did 5 mile. And then at 1 o'clock, I went up to the doctor's and had a chat with the doctor about my leg, and they basically listened to all these things I was having and stuff, and said, yeah, you're pretty much getting the same symptoms as when you had your stress fracture. So I'm going to book you in for an X-ray. So I am now waiting for a appointment at the hospital to go and get an X-ray, just in case.
Oh.
I don't think it is, but it's better to be safe than sorry. I'm hoping, touch wood, that it's just muscle tightness, a slight calf strain, and it's just all my muscles getting used to actually working hard and doing the distance again. That's what I'm hoping. So, but better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to go and get an X-ray when they send me through the appointment, but that could be weeks away. I don't know. So when you've been to the doctors and they've said, yes, we're going to send you for an X-ray on your leg, what do you then do on the Tuesday?
Hammer a session.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. So I went down to club, and in my head I was like, right, I'll go and join in the session, because I knew what the session was. It was on the bus route. And I was like, I'm just going to be sensible tonight. I'm just going to do the efforts at threshold pace. Nothing more than threshold pace. Just be sensible, Brett. And we set off on the first effort. And I went with everyone else at the front and just, set off way too quick. And then once you've done the first rep too quick, you can't slow down for the rest, can you? So you just keep going at that pace. So the session was mile, halved, quartered, mile. So we do a mile out along the bus route, and then you have 3 minutes recovery. Then you do half a mile back and 2 minutes recovery, half a mile back to where you were, and then 3 minutes recovery. And then you do a quarter of a mile, 1 minute recovery, quarter of a mile, 1 minute recovery, quarter mile, 1 minute, quarter mile, 3 minutes, and then a mile all the way back to where you started.
Yeah.
So it's basically 4 miles of effort, but the first and last one are a complete mile. Second one is 2 halves, and the third one's 3 quarters. And I ended up running. I ran a 5:47 for the first mile, and then for the half miles, I did in 2:51. So that's like 5:39 a mile pace. Nice. And then the quarter miles, which is basically 400, I was doing I did 83, 82, 83, 83. So that's like 5:30-ish a mile pace. And then for the last mile, I did 5:49. So going pretty well. So I was quite pleased with that. But yeah, the problem.
You talking about the sessions has just reminded me of something, by the way. When we did our pyramid on Thursday, Merv and I, as the studious teachers' pets that we are, we were the only people out of everybody there that did the session correctly, because the actual offs were 200 meters jogging recoveries. So we never stopped running all night. Yeah. Everyone else was just having a cup of tea at the side of the 2 and the 400. Yeah. And we're like, what's going on here? What are you all taking static recovery for? That's not part of the gig. Yeah. But we didn't say anything. We just did what normal people do and just slagged them off. On the backs.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't like static recoveries. I like to jog the recoveries. So on this session, all of the recoveries, even the 3 minute ones, I was running for like, I ran out for 1 minute 20, turned round and then slowly jogged back, ready to start the next rep. But that was good. And then I did a warm down and went and did my gym stuff again, as I usually do. And then ran home from the gym.
A difference between Tuesday and Thursday sessions at club, or are they very similar?
In what sense? What different types of session?
Yeah, because at Worcester, what I'm learning or what I'm noticing is Thursdays seem to be shorter endurance or shorter, speedier stuff. Maybe faster, shorter intervals, and Tuesdays are longer road reps, more endurance based.
Yeah, there is that sort of thing. Like this week there was the half quartered mile session on the Tuesday, and then what I'm about to get to. So Thursday, the session for everyone else was 14 times 400 off 100 meters.
Right.
So it was 400 reps. But because I'm about to start marathon training soon, and because I wasn't feeling 100% with my leg, Andy, the coach, said, well, you can do an alternative session. So rather than doing the 14 400s, and this is one of my favorite sessions that we do in the year. And it's, I did 45 minutes non-stop of alternating 400s. So just laps of the track. And I alternated between target marathon pace and 10K pace.
Wow.
So the target marathon
intense.
pace, target marathon pace became your like floats, your offs.
Yeah.
So I did 96 seconds for target marathon pace, and then 86 seconds for 10K pace.
Right.
And I ended up running. Hang on, how many laps did I end up doing? I ended up running 30 laps in that 45 minutes. And I did, so basically if I run through them quickly, 400. So I was looking for 96 and 86. And I did 94, 86, 95, 88, 93, 87, 95, 88, 94, 87, 93, 87, 93, 88, 93, 87, 95, 86, 94, 88, 97, 88, 96, 88, 94, 88, 95, 87, 93, 83. So I was pretty much there where I needed to be. Pretty much all of the marathon pace ones were a little bit too quick. They were 1 or 2 seconds too quick. And then pretty much most of the 10K paces were 1 or 2 seconds too slow. So the variance wasn't quite as big as it should have been. But by doing the marathon pace ones slightly too quick and the 10K ones slightly too slow, it averaged out. So I was pretty much where the average pace should be anyway.
Good.
So I'm quite pleased with that. And yeah, I ended up in 45 minutes, I ended up covering 7.45 mile at an average of 6:07 a mile. So
Decent.
Yeah, pretty pleased with that. As I say, my leg's still a little bit tight, but it's going to be after doing 2 sessions in 1 week. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased where I am. I'm just hoping my leg is like I think, and it's just muscular, and tendons and ligaments all sorting themselves out and getting into place rather than being bone.
How good is it being? I don't want this to sound smug, but it probably will. But how good is it being part of a club? I really like it.
Oh yeah, it's ace.
Like you reading out all those rep times there, like 12 months ago or 18 months ago, I wouldn't really have been as kind of sort of interested. But now it's like you care more about like your rep times, don't you? And your lap times and your, I don't know what it is. You kind of have a new kind of enjoyment for the sport by being part of the club, I think. So if for anyone like listening to this who's on the verge of maybe joining their local club, go and give it a try. There's probably a reason why you're so interested.
Yeah.
There's probably a reason why you really fancy it, because it's a different way of training, and training around other people that are as equally interested in this geeky dorky stuff as you are just makes the job so much easier. Because doing that sort of session anywhere else wouldn't be as enjoyable than doing it on the track or on the road around the other runners.
This is the thing. I did that whole session on my own because I was the only one doing that session. But because the track was full of B&R club runners, every time you went round the track, there was people going, "Go on, Brett. Well done, Brett."
Yep.
And then you'd
Yeah.
say that to other people as you were passing them, or they were coming around you, and
I love
it's
that part
ace.
of it. I
Yeah,
love that part of it, of the camaraderie of people, willing you on, even though it's only a training rep. But
yeah,
that doesn't matter, does it? It's still like, go, well done, guys, looking good, looking strong, and all that sort of stuff. And it just makes you feel good. I just really have. I know you've always said it's the best thing you've ever done for your running, but I think I might be starting to agree that I think it might be one of the best things, if not the best thing I've done as well, because
yeah,
I really like it. I really like the crowd. I really like the people we train with. I like
yeah.
the banter. I think it's good fun.
Yeah, it is. It's ace. I still believe it's the best thing I've done for my running. It's ace, and having
Yeah.
people to run with, especially people who are quicker than you, is really good and motivating.
Yeah, it is, because you want to be. One day, I want to be in that front pack
Yeah,
that goes off first and finishes first. And that's something to work towards. And I do. I do enjoy my Tuesdays and Thursdays.
yeah, definitely. But on the on the subject of my leg, how many times is too many to try out the hop test during a week?
What's the hop test?
Oh, you've disappeared. Where have you gone?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh,
I
you're
can.
back.
I can. What happened to? Are you?
I think my AirPods might be dying. Hang on.
Oh.
Yeah, one of my ears has gone. So hang on. There we go. Yeah, no, you're there. How many times is too many times to try the hop test?
What's
To
the
see
hop
whether
test?
you. So basically, they say if you can hop on your leg, then you haven't got a break or a stress fracture. So I think every day, every hour, I go oof, and feel a little twinge in my leg. So then I hop around the room that I'm in just to see whether my leg hurts or not. And
Yeah, I think a day, a hop and 100 hops an hour is totally fine. No, nothing wrong with that.
yeah,
You've got to be
possible
sure.
moment. Yeah, every possible moment I'm hopping around just to make sure. And it's not painful at the moment. I mean, I'm getting a few twinges and stuff. And like after Thursday's session, my soleus or soleus, however you want to say it, but your flat pancake calf muscle underneath your gastroc is it feels like it's got a bit of a strain because it was like a little bit twingy at the end of Thursday's session. But I think that's all it is. I think it's just muscles getting used to being overworked again.
Yeah.
So,
Well, fingers
but
crossed it behaves.
So shall we go? Shall we looking at the time? Shall we leave comments and emails until next ep? Yeah.
Yep, that's fine. Yeah, we've got a couple of emails to go. So.
There is one email that we'll probably go through in a minute because
Yes,
it relates
we need
to what we're going to do next.
Yes. Yeah, I've got that here.
Cool. Okay. So we'll do what we're going to do next, and then we can go through that. And what is next is the Strava segment. So, the Strava segment, Strava leaderboard for last week. In first place for our distance was Paul. Paul? How have I just read Paul there? Ryan Gowan. How did that happen? Ryan Gowan with 90.3 miles. Second place is Jonathan Hutchinson. With Hutchison. I do that every time, don't I? Hutchison with 88.6 miles. And third was do you remember? 21st night of Mahemba. with 82.7 miles. So awesome work, you three. Our climbing leaderboard, man.
Leaderboard. It's late. It's getting late.
Yeah, my speech is going. The climbing leaderboard, first place is Roberto Mendez with 7,930 foot. Second place, Nick Ireland with 5,594 foot. And third is Ryan Gowan with 5,226 foot. And then for the ladies...
I was thinking, not many people, or we should start logging this. How many people have done the double, have won the...
Oh, yes, won both.
Yeah, and do you know what's even more exciting? For the females, they could do the quadruple. They could win all the titles. But anyway, please carry on.
And then for ladies last week, in first place for distance was Chloe Hamard with 65 miles on the nose. Second was Rachel Watson with 56.3 miles. And third was Aveen D with 46.7 miles. And then for our distance, first place was Ash Spedding with 2,846 foot. Second was Rachel Watson again with 2,756 foot. And third was a new person on our leaderboard, Emma S, with 1,877 foot.
Amazing.
So awesome work from everyone.
What I find crazy looking at the leaderboard, it was a big week of running. You can tell marathon season is coming because 16 people in our little club in the top 100 were over 100k for the week of volume.
Yeah,
that's a lot. And you know, Tom Pothecary here has done 131k and didn't even get in the top 3. That's how I felt at Parkrun last week. Unbelievable.
Yeah. And did 5,121 foot of climbing and didn't get in the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, the standards are high in the Running the Red Line leaderboard.
Yes. Right. Random number.
Well, I'm quite aggrieved because I did quite a decent week last week and I came 30th. 86 I did. 86k. So who's 86th?
Yeah. 86th. 86 is Andy Richardson. So Andy ran 39.2 miles over 8 different runs. His longest run was 7 miles. And he ran all 39.2 miles at an average of 9:20 a mile and climbed a total of 867 foot. So awesome work, Andy. Get in touch. Let us know more about you and your running.
Looks like a CLC Strider. I recognise his vest from Cheltenham, what do you call it? Not Parkrun. Cheltenham Pittville Park cross country.
Yeah.
So
Andy, get in touch. Let us know. But yeah, with that in mind, that is the email I was talking about.
Yeah. So last week we obviously said to whatever number we chose, I can't remember what it was, but we chose Paul Cashmore, and he's titled his email "Paul from Dudley."
Oh, right, Paul.
Hi guys, it's Paul here from Dudley. Thanks for the feature on last week's pod. It definitely brought a smile to my face. Now, just to put things straight, I'm not actually from Dudley as such. I'm from a little town called Halesowen. Halesowen?
Halesowen. Is that where Halesowen? Is that where Macro is?
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's famous, isn't it? From our neck of the woods.
Man.
And I used to get the 007 to Merry Hill when I was a kid to the bus, and it used to stop at Halesowen. So yeah.
Macro, I had some amazing shopping times when I was a kid at Macro with my mum and dad. Going to Macro, like a wholesale place when it was basically Costco before Costco was as around.
But you had to have the little card, didn't you?
You had to have a macro card, yeah.
You couldn't buy anything unless you had the card.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, and you had to be part of a business or be your own business.
That's it. Yeah,
Because my dad was self-employed, he had a macro card, and we could go.
Yeah, exciting. Yeah, yeah. So just as Brett is a Redite and Andy is a Worcesterian, I'm a Halesoinian. Halesoinian, he says. Although, with that being said, I do love a trip to Dudley Castle and Zoo, which, in my opinion, is one of the best in the country.
Yeah.
Absolutely love the podcast. Been an avid listener since episode 1.
Oh.
I can honestly say that listening to you pair waffle on about just about anything has been a pleasure and provided some much needed company on the long runs. Keep doing what you're doing, guys. We all love the content, and best of luck in this year's upcoming races. Hopefully we'll catch you one of the days at Arra Valley or Worcester Parkrun for a chin wag. Ta-ra a bit, Paul.
Awesome.
Nice
Cheers
one,
for
Paul.
getting in touch, Paul.
Yeah, nice one. That was really good. So cool. Before we finish, I've just thought of something. I've even written it down.
Go on then.
I've got a name for the man band. Boyzone 2.
Oh, man.
Because we could be like the new Boyzone, and it's running related. And it's a play on words of a reincarnation of, quite frankly, the greatest band to have ever graced this planet. It's only words.
Oh, man. Ronan Keating. Oh.
Boyzone 2. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll have to...
Isn't... Because one of them's Ronan Keating. One of them went to act in Coronation Street or something.
Keith.
One of them became a car racer.
I don't know who that was.
And the other one who left...
Mikey. Shane was one of them. He looks like he'd thump you.
Yeah,
he looks
but
like he'd thump you in the face.
Isn't he the one who went and did car racing?
Don't know.
Yeah, and then obviously there was Stephen Gately, who unfortunately passed away. But I'm sure it's the one who did the car racing now is in a band with the one who left Westlife. What's his name? Brian
McFadden.
Yeah, I'm sure they now do it like a duo, singing all of the boy band songs.
Really? I can't really find any details on it. I've just found that he was in Boys Life. There's a band called Boyzone. And...
That's it.
Oh, is it?
That's them. Yeah, Boys Life.
Boys Life, brilliant.
One of them from Boyzone and one from Westlife.
Well, is it a bit like McBusted? They're kind of like a mega band.
No, it's just two of them. It's just Brian McFadden and one of the others, yeah.
Right, okay. That's a gap in the market, isn't it? Boys Life. Brilliant.
Yeah.
Excellent stuff.
Right. Well, on Boyzone 2, we should probably call it a day. Well, a night on this podcast. Episode 95. Man, getting closer to that episode 100. We need to do something special for it. We need to work out what we're going to do in 5 weeks' time.
We'll get the band together.
Yeah, the band together.
We'll get Leggett Lee to do a rap.
Right. Thank you so much for watching or listening. And we will see you next week. Cheers, guys.
Cheers, guys. Ta-ra a bit.